over 1,500 earthquakes shake this country every year. The ground is never still, and yet the people of Japan have not only survived, they have created a society that finds beauty in the cracks. A country where broken pottery is repaired with gold, making the mended piece more valuable than the original. Where a train that is 1 minute late prompts a public apology. Where a single cherry blossom falling is a national event. Japan is not just a place on a map. It is an argument for a different way of living. A masterclass in turning fleeting moments into eternal art. From the neon rhythm of Tokyo to the silent forests of Koyasan. From the discipline of a sushi master to the wild joy of a Matsuri drummer. This is a nation that has transformed survival into a philosophy. This is Japan, and it has a secret to tell you about what it means to be truly alive. You have seen Mount Fuji 1,000 times, on postcards, on screens, in dreams. But did you know that this perfect snow-capped cone is an active volcano that last erupted in 1707, coating Tokyo in ash? And that for centuries, half the population was forbidden from climbing it. Mount Fuji stands at 3,776 meters, the highest peak in Japan. It's so vast and symmetrical that on a clear day, you can see it from Tokyo, 100 kilometers away. But beyond its beauty lies a deep spiritual power. Fuji is one of Japan's 3 holy mountains. The ancient Japanese believed gods lived inside its crater. At its base, shrines were built not to worship the mountain, but to keep it calm. And here's a fact that still surprises many. Women were banned from climbing Fuji until 1872. The summit was considered too sacred for female presence. It was only when the government officially lifted the ban that the mountain became open to all. Today, pilgrims and tourists alike climb through the night to watch the sunrise from the roof of Japan, a moment the Japanese call Goraiko, the arrival of light. Fuji teaches the first lesson of this country. What we fear can also be what we revere. 400 years ago, Tokyo was a sleepy fishing village called Edo. Today, it's home to 37 million people. The largest metropolitan area on Earth. How does a village become a universe? And how does a city built on one of the world's most active earthquake zones keep standing? In 1603, a warlord named Tokugawa Ieyasu made Edo his power base. People poured in. By the 1700s, Edo had over 1 million residents, more than London or Paris. In 1868, the emperor moved here from Kyoto and renamed it Tokyo, Eastern Capital. The city has burned down, been bombed, and been shaken to rubble. Yet every time, it rebuilt, stronger, smarter, more resilient. Today, Tokyo is not just a city. It's a living organism of layers, ancient shrines tucked between skyscrapers. robot restaurants next to tea houses, subcultures blooming in every alley. From the scramble of Shibuya Crossing, where up to 3,000 people cross at once, to the quiet of Meiji Shrine's 100,000 tree forest, Tokyo doesn't resolve its contradictions. It celebrates them. This is lesson 2. Resilience is not about standing still. It's about learning to sway. There's a legend in Kyoto about a fox. A young merchant was struggling, and a mysterious fox appeared, guiding him to a hidden shrine deep in the mountains. The merchant's fortune turned. Soon he became one of the wealthiest men in the region. That shrine, Fushimi Inari Taisha, still stands, and it has become the most visited shrine in Japan. Today, over 10,000 vermilion torii gates snake up Mount Inari in a tunnel of devotion. Each gate was donated by a person, a family, or a business seeking blessing. Fox statues line the path, messengers of the god Inari, often holding a key in their mouths. The key, they say, to the granary of heaven. Walking through the gates is not just a photo opportunity. It is a journey through hope. The higher you climb, the fewer people you see. Eventually, it's just you, the dappled light, and the soft rustle of the forest. The shrine was founded in 711 AD, before Kyoto even existed. It has witnessed empires rise and fall, and still, every day, people come to whisper their wishes to the foxes. Lesson 3. Sometimes the most powerful things in life are not loud. They are persistent, like a path of gates that never stops climbing. In Kyoto, there is a temple that has stood for over 1,200 years. It was built without a single nail. Kiyomizu-dera, the pure water temple, hangs off a hillside on a massive wooden stage, supported by 139 interlocking pillars. The structure uses a traditional joinery technique called Jigokudani, which allows the wood to flex and absorb earthquakes without breaking. From that stage, the view sweeps over cherry and maple trees, the city of Kyoto below. For centuries, visitors have drunk from the Ottawa waterfall that gives the temple its name, choosing one of 3 streams: longevity, success, or love. Drink from 2, and you're greedy. Drink from 3, and misfortune follows. Nearby, the Jishu Shrine offers a test for lovers. 2 stones placed 18 meters apart. Walk from one to the other with your eyes closed, and your wish for love will come true. The temple is a place of wishes, hopes, and breathtaking architecture that proves a deeper truth. The strongest things in life are not rigid. They bend. When you think of Japan, you probably imagined snow-capped mountains and neon cities. But 2,000 kilometers south of Tokyo lies a hidden paradise of white sand, coral reefs, and crystal-clear waters. Ishigaki Island, in the Yaeyama archipelago, is closer to Taiwan than to the mainland. It's Japan's tropical secret. Ishigaki is home to Kabira Bay, often called one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. But you can't swim here. It's a protected black pearl cultivation area. Instead, you take a glass-bottom boat and peer into an underwater world of vibrant corals and tropical fish. The culture here is a blend of Japanese and Ryukyu heritage, visible in the food, the music, and the slow island rhythm of life. From April to November, the island basks in warm sunshine. The jungle interior hides waterfalls and rare species, and at night, the sky is so clear that the Milky Way spills across the horizon. Lesson 5. A country of discipline and order also knows the art of letting go, of surrendering to sun, salt, and sea. Lake Ashi in Hakone is known for its mirror-like reflection of Mount Fuji, but beneath its surface, legends say, lives a 9-headed dragon. The story goes that the dragon terrorized the local people until a monk named Mangen Shonin tamed it. He recited sutras for 3 days and nights, and the dragon, moved by his devotion, transformed into a guardian deity. Today, Hakone Shrine stands on the lake's shore, its red torii gate rising from the water. The shrine was originally built on the summit of Mount Hakone in 757 CE, and later moved closer to the lake. It enshrined several deities, including the dragon god Kuzuryu, to whom a special festival is held every year on July 31st. Why do these stories persist? Perhaps because a land of earthquakes and volcanoes knows that nature is not just beautiful, it is powerful, unpredictable, and worthy of respect. Lesson 6. Every monster, when understood, can become a protector. In Nagano Prefecture, in a place called Jigokudani, Hell Valley, steam rises from the frozen ground and hot springs bubble to the surface. And there, sitting in the warm water with snow on their heads, are wild Japanese macaques, snow monkeys. This is the only place on Earth where wild monkeys bathe in hot springs. The behavior started in the 1960s, when the monkeys learned that the warm water was not just comfortable, it was survival. Winter temperatures here can drop to minus 15 degrees Celsius. Soaking together, the monkeys groom, relax, and close their eyes in what looks uncannily like human meditation. Scientists have studied them for decades, and the park has become a symbol of adaptation. The monkeys remind us that pleasure is not a luxury. It is a strategy. Lesson 7. Rest is not weakness. It is how you survive the long winter. In western Kyoto, the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove is a place where sound becomes a landscape. Towering green stalks sway and knock together in the wind, creating a rustling musical hush. The Japanese government has officially designated this sound as one of the 100 soundscapes of Japan, a recognition that certain noises are worth protecting. Walking the path, you are enveloped in green light. The bamboo filters the sun into a soft, otherworldly glow. This forest has inspired poets for centuries. Bamboo itself is a symbol of strength and flexibility. It bends in storms, but does not break. But here's the paradox. This place of profound quiet is now one of the most photographed spots in the world. The path is often crowded. The silence competes with selfie chatter. And yet, if you come early, just after dawn, you can still feel it. The hush, the light, the lesson of bamboo. What bends survives. What stays rigid shatters. In the lantern-lit alleys of Gion, Kyoto, You might glimpse a figure in silk, her face painted porcelain white, her steps tiny and precise. She is a Geiko, or an apprentice Maiko, an artist, a dancer, a musician, a living repository of centuries of tradition. She is not a courtesan. She is a master of hospitality, conversation, and the arts of presence. Becoming a Geiko takes years of grueling training. Apprentices live in an okiya, a geisha house, where they learn shamisen, tea ceremony, classical dance, and the subtle art of making every guest feel seen. The makeup alone can take over an hour. The kimono weighs up to 10 kilograms and is tied so tightly that breathing becomes an art in itself. Today, Geiko numbers are dwindling, but those who remain are cultural treasures, walking works of art. Their lesson: true mastery is invisible to the untrained eye. It looks effortless because it cost everything. On August 6, 1945, at 8:15 in the morning, a single atomic bomb erased the city of Hiroshima. The A-bomb dome, the skeletal remains of the former Industrial Promotion Hall, still stands as it did after the blast. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a gut-wrenching testament to war's horror. Across the river, the Peace Memorial Park holds the Flame of Peace. It was lit in 1964, and it will burn until the last nuclear weapon on Earth is destroyed. Around it, the Children's Peace Monument stands covered in thousands of paper cranes, inspired by Sadako Sasaki, a young girl who folded cranes hoping to recover from radiation sickness. Hiroshima does not ask for pity. It asks for a promise. The city rebuilt itself with stunning speed and is now a vibrant, green, deeply kind place. Its lesson is perhaps the hardest of all. You cannot undo the past, but you can dedicate your future to ensuring it never happens again. In 1859, a small fishing village called Yokohama was thrust onto the global stage. After over 200 years of self-imposed isolation, Japan opened its doors, and Yokohama was the window. Foreign merchants arrived, bringing new technologies, foods, and ideas. The village exploded into a cosmopolitan port almost overnight. Today, Yokohama is Japan's second largest city, with over 3 million people. Its Chinatown is the largest in Japan, born from the early days of international trade. The Minato Mirai district gleams with futuristic towers, while the historic Kanai area preserves brick buildings from the Meiji era. Yokohama proves a thrilling lesson. Openness changes everything. When Japan finally allowed the world in, it didn't lose itself. It absorbed, adapted, and created something entirely new. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is open the door. Deep in the Japanese Alps, the mountain town of Takayama has a secret. For 300 years, it was cut off from the rest of Japan, not by decree, but by geography and choice. The region's harsh winters and steep mountains kept it isolated. And in that isolation, Takayama preserved something rare, the feeling of an Edo period town still breathing. Takayama's morning markets sell local vegetables, miso, and handmade crafts just as they did centuries ago. The Sanmachi Tsuji district is lined with dark wooden merchant houses, sake breweries, and tiny shops. The sake here is made with pure mountain water, and the brewers still use generations-old recipes. Twice a year, the Takayama Matsuri Festival floods the streets with elaborate floats, some over 300 years old, pulled by lantern light. Takayama reminds us that sometimes being left out of the rush is a gift. Isolation can be preservation. Slowness can be a form of wealth. In the heart of Tokyo's Asakusa district stands Sensoji Temple, the oldest temple in the capital, founded in 645 AD. At its entrance, the Kaminariman Gate is guarded by two fierce deities, Raijin, the god of thunder, and Fujin, the god of wind. Through that gate, a long shopping street called Nakamaizudori leads to the main hall, filled every day with over 30 million visitors a year. Sensoji has survived wars, fires, and now an endless flood of selfie sticks. The question is, can the sacred survive the selfie? At times, the temple feels more like a tourist circus than a spiritual sanctuary. But look closer. A businessman bows deeply, eyes closed. A mother teaches her child to clap twice and whisper a wish. An elderly woman lights incense and wafts the smoke over her aching joints. The sacred does not require silence. It requires intention. And that, perhaps, is the final lesson of Japan. Presence, real, focused, humble presence, can sanctify any place, no matter how crowded. There is a Japanese word that has no direct translation into English, Yutori. It means spaciousness, room to breathe, a margin left deliberately in life. In an age of speed and exhaustion, Japan is quietly teaching the world that the goal was never more. The goal was enough. You see Yutori in the way a tea ceremony master pauses before lifting the whisk, in the way a garden leaves an empty space between stones, in the way a train platform has a designated waiting spot, and people queue with patient precision. It is not idleness. It is intentional room. The philosophy of wabi-sabi, finding beauty in imperfection, echoes this. So does kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with gold. Japan has endured earthquakes, wars, and fires. It has been broken many times, and every time it has repaired itself with gold. The question Japan leaves you with is this. What if your cracks were not flaws, but the very thing that makes you beautiful? What if you stopped trying to fill every moment and instead left room for life to happen? Japan is a country of 1,500 earthquakes a year, and yet it is also a country of quiet mornings, of profound bowing, of attention paid to a single flower. It has transformed survival into art, and art into a way of being alive. From the thunder of a matsuri drum to the silence of a bamboo grove, from the discipline of the Geiko to the wild joy of a snow monkey in a hot spring, from the eternal flames of Koyasan to the peace flame that waits for the world to change. Japan does not ask to be understood. It asks to be felt. And if you let it, it will teach you something you didn't know you were missing. How to live with more intention, more reverence, and more Yutori. More space for the things that truly matter. This is Japan. Not the postcard, not the headline, but the living, breathing, endlessly surprising art of being alive. And it is ready for you to step inside.